we're moving
Start the
on.
session.
Need to
Moving
elaborate.
on,
That's
baby.
twice tonight. We gotta just put the kibosh on
We're-
that.
Gotta call it.
The recording has just begun, and I'm going to say for posterity, we're never going to discuss what it is we're talking about right now, but understand there is something that is to be off the record and never discussed.
And to anyone who's listening to this, haha, you don't know what it is, haha.
And it's better that way.
And if we could just, for the people at home, paste in that picture of Al taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
me
a
just go
Daisy.
back. Let me go back 10 years and plus.
I like potentially pointing and laughing at future people who listen to things.
Well, let's just get the only person to revisit this is going to be me in 5 years' time when you all are dead.
How much does gas cost, future Declan? Oh, that sucks.
Ooh.
You can wait for an
Man.
answer.
Future Declan, I don't like the haircut.
He'd have hair to have a haircut, Dave.
Oh,
He's doing it. He always had such nice hair. This is.
I
is
know,
he
what
going
happened?
for? What is this?
He did get super buff, though.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he put in the work.
It worked out so hard all my hair fell out.
you're fighting off the rad scorpions. You gotta pick up her body strength.
Oh, that radiation from the fucking ray guns.
All right. So last we left, the group of you were blinded by a light that erupted in the far distance from the dawn machine. Sean was the only one whose eyes could withstand that, but kind of as the light begins to fade for just a moment, you hear screaming behind you as the pilot says, "I can't see a damn thing! Then keep your back to the light. There are hills, mountains on the island. Should be able to hide in their shadows once we're close enough. I told you I can't see a damn thing." And kind of like as
That's the guy in the crow's nest.
yeah, as he falls. Yeah,
As he falls.
yeah, fuck it. A dude falls from a crow's nest. You can see his hands striking out for a rope.
Wait,
And,
I have the perfect sound for this. Hold on, wait a minute. No, just keep going. I'll pause
Yeah.
it.
As that is happening, Rakote, in your blinded state, you'll feel a fumbling hand kind of grab your collar, and you'll hear the voice of First Mate Robert Davies say, "Captain, McSweeney is blind. You won't be able to pilot the ship."
I don't want to be the captain anymore. I don't want to solve this. Rakote, very panicked, jumps into the water and he just sinks. He doesn't even fight it.
Kote just has that scene where the guy in Pirates of the Caribbean calmly is on the ship as it's annihilated.
We do that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where we tip the ship. We're like, we have to tip the ship upside down so we
Oh
can
yeah, everybody
see.
gets to one
Yeah.
side.
And we all drown. Giant eels eat our bodies.
Rakote turning away from the blasting of light, and I imagine himself barely able to see beyond his own blurry hands. We'll say, well, he's bound to have a chart and a sextant on board.
Nice.
We figure out where land is, and we stop short of it.
He will kind of narrow his eyes and try to gaze out and say, "We're far off, Captain. Do we keep our current bearing?"
You hear a splash as the pale lady does actually jump overboard.
Yeah, me too.
"Man overboard!" You'll hear people shouting for "man overboard," not quite understanding. As Davies looks towards you, wondering what your direction should be.
What do you do upon hitting the water, Mac?
My goal is to see if underwater it's any easier for me to navigate.
Yeah, I would say without any challenge, yes. The light, though blinding above you, just seems to kind of dissipate the further down you go.
I want to try to create Well, I'm just gonna pitch this. We'll figure out what this is mechanically. I want to try to guide them with my voice.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. That would be you can use music. Set the challenge at... This is a cool idea. And you're close enough, a 1. And it would probably infer a drive or something. Okay.
Jeez. Well,
Motherfucker.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
He's got it.
It does succeed as, what would we call this? Guiding song or something.
Yes.
Your kind of your voice begins to echo upwards through the water, and all of you on board the ship can hear it or tune to it.
Yes. So Rakote will say then, we follow the sound of her voice.
Aye, Captain. Follow the siren song.
Yeah, Patches agrees with you wholeheartedly. The grizzled sea urchin.
Never would I thought of myself following a siren.
Oh, my fucking shoe. Are you serious?
That's Crow.
Really, Patches?
Gives up the thing.
Yeah, I get so pissed off.
Turns into a white guy from Illinois.
Bro, really?
Really?
Are you fucking serious?
Really is every 14-year-old's argument.
Yes! In that case, Robert Davies will shout out, Elliot, keep your eyes closed. Keep the song ahead. Follow it. He will begin ushering the rest of the non-essential crew below deck to escape the light.
I don't know why, but the image of Fisher fucking coming after me and just rolling off the edge of the ship and hitting the fucking surface like a fucking boulder is the funniest shit to me.
He sinks. He does not float.
He can't swim despite the gills.
You never see him again.
Yeah, the Pale Lady she's gliding below the surface, but she will keep the ship directly behind her and surface long enough to emanate a song to guide them toward shore.
Yeah. You guys were about 2 days off from the Dawn Machine, which is the closest available land. Do you keep that path?
Oh, am I muted?
No, you're not.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so.
Yeah, that's my plan. I know I'm the leader, so at this point, yeah.
Yeah. The fucking White Cliff has a murder entrance if we try to go that way, so.
Okay.
It's Dave's phone line.
I had an old MacBook desktop. Like an old Mac desktop. Fuck. Okay. In that case, a Pale Lady's song will begin carrying you further south. Kind of like over the rolling water. And the Pale Lady, this is common practice for you. You've traveled these waters before again. But as you continue to get closer, a day out from the Dawn Machine, the water around you turns warm and hot. It seems to like press in your gills and almost seems to be boiling against the side of you as you continue moving further and further south. It's a gnawing sensation, but one you're able to push away for a good amount of time until it feels as if you're in a boiling pot. You can see the landmass is maybe just a half day's journey away from you, but the water around you seems to want to push you back onto the ship. You continue forward. You can. So what it would be now is a physique challenge against the boiling water if you want to continue guiding them.
Yeah, I'll keep trying. I've got my enhanced physique while I'm in the water, so.
Got you. The challenge would be a 3.
Nope, not with these rolls.
Okay. Just put 3 stress on your sheet for now. That's gonna sit for a few minutes. As the Pale Lady, it's unavoidable. You have to close your eyes, and you can feel the kind of steam and the bubbles rolling off the side of you as you continue pushing further.
How far away is the Pale Lady from the ship?
Probably like
Uh,
100 feet, right?
Yeah,
Kinda
I'm
leading.
close enough that like I can give you guys a direction. You could probably see. I mean, you could probably see me.
Yeah.
Don't light me on fire, please.
Quite the opposite. Kane, would you allow me to attempt to pull the heat from in front of the ship away from where she is?
It's going to be hard. That's a very specific thing, but yes. Let me...
Actually, you know what? If you'll let me, I have an idea for it
Okay.
where maybe I throw a weight or an anchor or something metal out in front of the ship to like act as a focus.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, you know what?
Tied to the front of the oh god, what's that actual thing that sticks out? The line, the beam,
Yes, yeah.
whatever that is. God,
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that.
I was going to have the challenge at a 5 until you described it. I'm going to put it at a 3 now, because that makes sense to me. To create advantage for her next roll.
Alright. I guess I'll be at crafts then to inform the lore.
Yeah, so let's put the crafts... We'll put the crafts at a 3, yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have to saddle yourself with that. You already lowered the
That's
challenge
true.
when you described it.
Oh well,
Okay.
whatever. Challenge is harder then, I guess, right?
I'll just make it a 4. Crafts 4. Or lore 4, sorry.
Okay.
The device kind of weighs the ship down in an awkward direction.
Alright.
Nice.
Nice.
There we go.
Solid.
But despite that, Rossavon, what happens?
So seeing the ocean, or rather feeling it get hotter from up here, he'll notice that that's probably not a good thing for anyone who's in the water, and I think he'll try to find maybe like a fishnet or something that has weights on it, and he'll shimmy out to the front of God, whatever the fuck that beam's called. I don't know what it's called. Thing that
Looking at a
holds the
full
front-
diagram that I just posted in Discord, and there's nothing that points to it even.
Oh my god, really?
Look at how advanced this thing is.
And the
It's like-
figurehead.
yeah, and the
it's
big
not-
horn of the ship, of course.
No, it's not the mast, is it? Is the
The
mast?
the 4 toward the front of the ship, of
Yeah,
course.
literally every
Literally.
single thing. We're pointing at like a mouse on the side of the ship, but we're not pointing at the
Yep.
I like
at the front.
I like how it points at the Union flag and not.
What, you idiot?
It's right there. There, a bowsprit.
Bowsprit.
Oh, there we
we
go.
go. Yeah, he'll shimmy out a little bit out there, and he'll just lay the netting across it and focus in on the metal at the end of it, and he'll start to pull any heat up into that. And the waters will start to cool a little bit in front of the ship, around where that focus is hanging.
Yeah, you saw around the focus as you dropped it a rolling boil starting to bubble along the side of the ship, but it seems to focus on the anchor, turning it red hot and kind of diverting the heat as you continue forward. And the Pale
like how-
Lady... Good.
I was just gonna say, I like how it took Sea of Thieves to give us this very basic information.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, Cutaway book or whatever.
And Pale Lady, one last roll here to continue guiding them. Challenge of 3. Yeah,
Physique?
1. Yep. You have a
Alright.
boost available.
Boost available. Nope, hold on. I fucked up. Alright, so modifier is a 3.
Nice. Very good.
Solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe gliding a bit and kind of shielding yourself with your own fins. You're able to glide a bit more comfortably through this last leg of the race.
Is the anchor in the water or just above it, Sean?
It's above it. It's
Alright.
it's specifically pulling it up into the air, like around it.
Very cool.
It's probably getting red hot too, so this thing probably shouldn't drop into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately erupt into steam.
I was gonna say it's like a shot of her sort of looking over her shoulder at this sort of like red beacon on the front of the ship, and realizing the water's kind of cooling around her, and she'll persevere.
Yeah. And because of that perseverance, the rest of you are guided safely, even without your kind of your primary wheel driver. The siren song is enough to lead you towards the shores of the Dawn Machine, and when you finally do arrive, it's hard to tell what you see because the entire island is blanketed in a thick, rolling mist that, even this far out, begins to stick to your skin. The sound of the boiling water can be heard even above board as the planks of your ship are warped in the increasing heat. To the south, at the far end of the island, you can see a lighthouse with a 200-foot flame escaping from the roof of it. The fire itself looks like it's intent from burning those clouds from the very sky. And even just giving a momentary glance at it seems like too much. And as you guys are kind of coming in to the docks, Pale Lady, give me a notice against a 2 stealth.
Hup, hup, hup.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 action here. As
Shark eats me whole.
Yeah, as you
Oh.
turn your eyes towards the shore, you're kind of glancing underwater. There's a slight disturbance behind you, and casting your eyes back towards the ship, you see, let's see, a massive beclawed creature kind of clambering along the side of the ship. You can see its pincers kind of sinking into the stomach of it and trying to pull itself up out of the water.
Oh shit. I'm like, you come here too? You come here often?
It seems kind of gangly, unsure of itself, but there's a kind of desperation as its large pincer drives into the side.
Ow! I get 1 action here.
Yep.
Where are we?
You're about an hour from shore. You can see the island.
All right. I'm gonna try to knock it off.
Okay.
Knock it off!
Knock it off.
How do you intend to do so?
Just by ramming it.
Okay.
I only get 1
Doink.
action.
Give it a tail
Yep.
whip.
Its physique is a 4.
Holy fuck.
It's big. I should really sell the
It
scale
said
of
large.
this thing. It does say large, and it is appropriately so. I mean, maybe think even louse-sized. About
Wow.
10 feet wide, 12 feet tall.
Well, we're gonna give it a go anyway. Physique.
Yep.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's about right.
Okay. You drive yourself towards this thing, right? Almost kind of spinning towards it, increasing your velocity, bubbles pouring behind you. And as you connect with the side of this thing, it is like running into a wall. Creatures like this are formidable, and with its hard, chitinous shell, it seems to immediately just kind of rebut your attack. And if anything, pulls itself ever quicker above the water and into the ship.
Yeah, she will kind of emit a trilling, dissatisfied sound at it, trying to threaten it, though obviously to no avail as it tries to clamber further up the ship.
Yeah. And kind of giving us a quick jump cut, aboard the Anophilia itself, there'll just be a shot of Fisher kind of barking over the water, just kind of continuously barking. This has been going on for about 2 minutes, by your reckoning, and the dog does not seem to give up.
There's also going to be a shot of Crow, who has pulled his bandana over his eyeballs, his head slowly rotating to look down at the thing.
Yeah, if you kind of look towards this, the water line itself, there's a moment where you see bubbles, a disruption, and then out from the depths of the water itself, the massive form of the Reptania pulls itself on deck. And there is just a cacophony of sound aboard this ship as this large creature becomes increasingly tangled in all matter of ropes and anchors that are tied to this ship. It seems almost completely incapable of not running into these things as it banks left hard, runs along the top of the ship, and then comes back around, becoming ever more entangled in the rope work that holds the ship together. And it is at that moment that you begin to hear a very sickening sound as the ropes of the ship are pulled taut, and you hear a creaking of the top mast as it is being put under enormous pressure. And with that, we are going to get into combat.
No! I don't believe this!
As all manner of calls are made, and Davies himself kind of readies a number of the crewmen. There's a quick vignette here. What is everybody up to? What are they doing as this creature pulls itself aboard?
I'm freaking out.
Crow's used to this sort of thing. He'd be winding up a spear the second that he saw the bubbling.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm going to try to find a... I don't know, maybe like a barrel of fish or something like that? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna start looking for some bait.
Yeah.
Okay. Crow.
And
Go ahead, please.
Rakote would be probably shouting orders at Davies and the crew that's on the deck. Basically, if you're not capable of fighting, basically be prepared to evacuate, probably into a lifeboat if need be.
Gotcha.
And then everybody that can fight, get ready to face this thing.
Perfect. The crew, this is the first real trouble you've experienced on the ship, and the morale is high as everyone readies themselves. The creature lets out a kind of gasping yell, and Crow, you've seen things like this before, but not quite the tone and color, as the typical pale blue of the Reptania has been replaced instead with a kind of bright pink that erupts along the side of this thing underneath the kind of formidable shell of it. And let's begin with the Pale Lady. Something that's happening, something that you guys are contending with is the creature itself. Up here is a tracker. Every full turn that the creature is still on board, it will move down 1. After it gets into yellow, your ship will drive at -1. Orange, your ship will drive at -2. Red at -3. And then the other thing is there are currently 6 points where this creature is kind of entangled, represented by these. If you destroy 4 out of the 6, the creature will flee the ship. And any number of rolls can be used to undo the knots. That's kind of up to you guys. Pale Lady.
All right. Having been off the side of the ship, she's going to grab hold of just the netting, the fish rope, and clamber back aboard to try to figure out where it's gone. Obviously, seeing it's now completely entangled through, I guess, blinding light. This is quite a situation. What do I want to do? I'm gonna start by rolling medicine on myself.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna ease the physical stress that I just had. So coming out of the water, also having taken on like a more vibrant hue in the boiling sea, her scales will start to cool as she comes back up to the surface and takes a moment to regulate her body temperature.
That's fucked. Yeah, perfect. The kind of pale color will return to your skin once more as the Reptania lets out again a kind of hollow yell, and it will charge forward, attempting to knock Rostavan off his feet. So a physique of 4 coming your way.
Oh, okay. I can defend with athletics?
Athletics or physique?
Alright.
Whoa, pretty good. Okay. It'll be a temporary boost. What happens?
I headbutt one of his claws.
Yeah.
My mask.
A probing claw reaches out, content to grapple you, but it is not able to get as much of a grip as it was hoping for. And then it will be Crow's turn.
I'm going to try to hurl a bone spear into the thing and lock it down.
Okay, its athletics is a 2. Nice. Impaled.
Yes.
1 invocation. Perfect. Typically, the outer shell of this thing would be able to deflect a spear, but you hear a satisfying crunch as it goes straight through one end and kind of latches onto the other.
He's going to slide forward and get his boots stuck against this banister as he starts reeling the rope into interlocking positions.
Perfect. Rostavan.
After getting some aggro, he's going to rush up back to the bow again. And I want to try to pull the anchor off the front and use it as a weapon.
Ooh, okay.
Or potentially use it for something else.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
No.
It is an anchor. You were going to use... What would you pitch to use?
So,
or pick it up?
I was thinking, I don't know. I guess it would just be physique, right, to pull it up?
Yeah, usually I would think so.
Okay.
I'd set the challenge at a 2.
Okay. Alright. Fuck. Oh well.
Yeah. I will lower the challenge down by 1, so currently it'll be a challenge of 1 now as you begin the process of pulling this massive heated anchor to the surface.
Alright.
So currently a 1 challenge remaining on that. Rakote.
I want to try to create an advantage with contacts.
Sure.
And basically, I want to know if
Don't I know you?
Hold on.
Everyone, I've heard of this thing before.
Jeremy.
Sure, Rakote.
Okay. Oh shit, dude, you look swole.
You look amazing.
I want to be effectively communicating as a captain and stationing harpoon-bearing young men for these attacking folks to take advantage of. Oh,
Yeah.
To utilize in their attacks.
You are on your ship. Challenge 1.
Okay, excellent. I can fail that. Lovely.
Ready.
So, yeah.
Okay, so a free invocation of Readied Harpoon as you see Go ahead.
If I use a fate point to make it succeed, that would create, or with style, that would make 2 invocations,
Yes,
right?
it would.
I'm just going to tap the fact that I am the very high concept, the fact that I am the captain of this ship, as it says very clearly. And I will give Declan, Sean, and or Mac, if she so chooses to attack this thing, 2 free invocations of readied men.
Okay, perfect. All right, they will begin to line up, and you can see kind of sterling silver in their hands, ready to lend a hand.
I sweat praising it in my head.
As you all are fighting above the ship, you realize that the light above the Dawn machine has been turned away from you, but that it will not remain that way. There are currently 2 more turns left before the light will sweep over you, giving you all a physique challenge of 2 to deal with. Pale Lady.
Alrighty.
What are you doing? Research on Wikipedia?
No, my sheet had closed out for whatever reason.
Let's see. I'm gonna. Got it.
Also, my mouse is really close to my mic, so it always sounds extra.
Yeah, you
I
should.
want-
You should put the mic on the desk and not use your microphone as your mouse pad.
Mouse pad.
I would like to try to command this big guy to,
Yeah.
yeah, just to stop resisting.
So,
Effectively,
I would say what action? What don't you want it to do?
what I wanted to do is, I guess, give up its next turn.
It's going to resist that, so a will of 2. Damn,
Holy fuck!
not
You're
bad.
doing it. You're changing his mind.
Specifically, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
shrieking into his bleeding eardrums.
Yeah, there will be kind of a gasping sound from this creature as it raises up to its full 12 feet and looks out at you with what appear to be blinded eyes, and kind of presses its pincers forward in your direction.
Don't.
And it will indeed do that.
It indeed does.
Yeah. As you have a 3 fight coming your way.
Check this. It's gonna be so good.
No.
Okay, and then stun. It's gonna follow it up with a 2 fight.
What?
Yep, multi
Oh,
attack.
he's got so many pincers.
He's
Thank God,
Grievous.
thank God the Pale Lady's the tank of this team.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Not bad. Okay, so you take 2, and then kind of pressing your advantage, you're able to duck the second one, knowing what you're dealing with.
Just kind of maneuvering through the ropes that have been wrapped around this guy to make it difficult, and he kind of, as he goes to lunge for the second one, he gets kind of caught. He's not
Yeah.
able to complete the swing.
His claws, his arm, he holds his arms out and they separate into 4 arms.
And they all pull lightsabers from
Now-
his belt.
Whoa!
His claws become very like not useful at all because it was just like a regular crab claw, but now it's like they're just kind of like they're just kind of like stupid pincers now. It doesn't work.
The fish is going to realize that it does not come away with its prey, and kind of scuttling backwards, though it's facing you directly, it is going to try to bring itself up onto this second layer back here. And it'll just kind of like pass overhead of you, Rakotes. You have to duck down, and its scuttling feet will carry it safely overhead. Pro.
Crow is going to use this momentum to hurl himself along, throw himself up atop the beast, and I'm going to use a use of ready harpoons and impaled
Yeah.
to attack it. Crow sees it charging around the deck and wrecking shit up, and he instantly assesses the vital points for unhooking the thing, but then he also assesses what would be faster, killing this thing or unhooking those, and he knows what his bet is. Rules of nature. Oh,
Okay.
man.
2 physical stress. You can fucking land on top of this thing if you so choose. And just kind of drive it deep. You can see that this close up, it is indeed blinded in this kind of pale eye, which has clearly been boiled out of its eye socket. Just kind of loose gel that you're able to drive it into, your spear into. Rastavan, this cacophony of sound continues behind you.
All right, I'm gonna be the Jack Sparrow of the scene, doing something that Seemingly doesn't connect to the action scene, but maybe we'll stop it. So I'm going to keep trying to pull this thing up.
Okay. Count to 1. All right. Cool. You'll come away with the superheated. Go ahead.
Will this just act as like an advantage, a +2 to like a fight or something?
Yeah, unless it sounded like you had something. Let's just say it's an advantage for now, yes, but it will allow you to do something a little bit more creative.
I did have an idea for it. We'll see.
Yeah, but yes, you will have the advantage of a weighted anchor.
Oh.
As, the entire weight of it comes free, and you kind of hold it in your hands. Rakote.
Yeah, the thing is red hot, but somehow, I mean, I guess I'm the burning man, so I don't get burned.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is this thing's will? 2?
2.
2. I want to try to create a provoke advantage against this thing. And basically, I suppose, being something that I've something of a sea creature myself, basically just posture at it the way that I did at the rats on the Isle of Rats.
Yeah, sounds good.
And try to intimidate it, maybe into, just kind of bruising its spirits or whatever. Yeah. So, got to beat a 2?
Yep.
All right. Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a clattering sound as Rakote's cane hits the ground, and he throws his massive upper frame back, and arms sort of flailing behind him a little bit. He just bellows in a very eldritch-sounding, hollow roar at the thing, appearing much more bent than man at that point.
All right. As you bellow and yell, you look towards the island and realize that the light is nearly upon you, and that on the next turn, this entire ship will be cast in its kind of burning eye. Let's see, Pale Lady.
I don't necessarily want to keep doing the same thing. How many advantages do we still have of Rakote's thing?
1. And then the
1.
new intimidation 1 as well.
Right. All right. Tailoring. Not really. I was thinking if I could create another advantage, but I think I'm just going to go back at it with music for now.
Okay, what would you like it to not do?
I'm going to try to demand it to jump back overboard.
It can't do that. Is there like a... Because it like mechanically can't do that. Is there something else?
Yeah, if it makes the attempt, I think we might get that ship turnover that you wanted from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's pretty well hooked in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's true. It is hooked in completely.
It's not his choice to be here. I think we're dealing with an animal loose in the hen house situation.
Man, I really hate to do the same thing twice, but I guess I'm just going to ask him to sit still again.
Okay. It is going to do so. It's going to be taking the defensive action its turn.
All right. We'll give you this one, sea monster.
Yeah. As realizing just how much of a threat you all seem to be, it will begin to kind of cower and move a bit back, though keeping its pincers aimed directly towards Crow. Take the defensive action. And it is on this creature's turn that, Rakote, you hear the sound of Fisher barking once more. And casting your eyes overboard, you see the grisly and hollowed form of Prawn. Let me reveal them.
From work.
As these kind of like empty-eyed, flesh-colored beings begin to again pull themselves up, their claws and their kind of pincers feeling for the kind of the escape of the air. And they will act on their own turn. Crow.
He is going to lift 2 hooks high and bark orders at the poised harpoons to launch another bevy.
All right.
And is going to take advantage of Intimidated as well. And if I add all these 4 points to my attack, that should level out at about a 3.
Yep. Okay, so he took the defensive action. That's +2, so he got a 5. He has a 5 defense. That's 1 off of it currently. As putting up its pincers and kind of playing to its strengths, it will shield itself completely. Only a kind of shallow opening visible that you're able to poke and prod through as a pained yelp escapes from the being. Rostavon.
Well, at the risk of being cornered over here, I want to play to the terrain, so I think I'm just going to have him try to swing the heated anchor at him at
Okay.
this point. So I guess +2 to a fight, correct?
Yep, his fight currently is, just so you know, a 5
Okay.
on this turn because he took the defensive action, so just keep that in mind. Do you want to use it?
Does he have anything left on him that I could tap? Or is that all he's doing?
You would have to use fate points.
Okay.
Because all the aspects would still exist. There's still the harpoons, spearmen ready.
I'll save those guys. I'm just gonna go for a fight.
You probably shouldn't have deleted the actual item so much as just put 0 free invocations on them.
Yeah. Well, can I undo it? Yeah, baby.
Oh, hey.
There we go.
Oh. All right. So seeing this thing crawl closer to where he is at the bow here, on the bowsprit. Yeah, he's gonna.
You got to drop
swing
your
at it.
obsession with this thing, man.
He's more serious about it than the DM is. I fucking respect it. Do whatever you need.
Let's see. I am going to tap my high concept.
Okay.
Cursed and blessed with fire, the touch of fire. To give that another 2 to at least do some damage to him.
Okay. Perfect. So that'll chip another 1 off this creature. A few of its legs begin to buckle, and one completely just breaks off, kind of spewing hot water onto the ship. You can see the steam escaping onto the ground as it tries to balance itself back up after the crushing weight of the anchor delivers a blow. Rakote.
If I wanted to try to grab on to the set of ropes that it's currently tangled in and try to hold it in place, what kind of challenge would I be looking at with physique?
4.
How about a 1 instead? A 1 sounds good.
Unfortunately, no.
How about a 1 instead, though? You know, it's his
Like,
birthday.
what if
Do it.
It's a 12-foot tall crustacean. I can't give you a 1. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
It's got an exoskeleton that's like 4 inches thick.
Yeah.
So like a 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fuck. What do we have here? Try to keep making advantages. Just got the prawns on board. Don't like them. So similar vein to last time. I don't want to. I'm not trying to retread the exact same ground because I'm going to be using a different skill.
Sure.
I want to rally the men with rapport.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've already established that they're here, they are ready, and basically I want to just get them hyped as I see that my ship is dangerously close to taking some damage, and we've got the big swinging beam of light about to envelop us. Just
Yep.
a good captain's call of now or never, men. Let's send this thing back into the deep.
Challenge of... I think you guys are doing pretty well. Challenge of 1.
Challenge of 1. Wow!
Okay. 2 of rallied.
Is that a real roll?
Yeah,
Is it a real
plus
roll?
3. It happens. Sometimes you get positive dice.
What do you,
So,
you just kind of rolled well. What is this?
So,
Wow, is this real?
no,
That I won the lottery?
no, on my end, so I hit okay, and the window stayed, like the okay
Oh.
cancel window. So I was like, did it glitch out, and that's why I got a good roll, or did it actually do that? Roll 20 being roll 20.
Dave takes his math exam up to the teacher. This one was actually wrong. You marked it correct.
Yeah, you will hear shouts in the affirmative, people just kind of cheering you on, and Second Officer Glenn Banks just calling out, "We'll eat well tonight, boys. Captain's going to make sure of it." As he will kind of raise his own spear up, and all of them seem in good spirits. I'm seeing this creature on the back end.
Excellent.
The prawn are going to kind of find their way up, and you'll see their kind of hollow eyes look left and right, just kind of like shifty, and then realizing that there are still creatures on board and meat available for them to consume, they will kind of move a little bit forward, scuttle forward towards you, Pale Lady. And then this other one is going to try and get behind you as you're boasting or kind of grandstanding, Rakote. So both of you have a 2 fight coming your way.
Puts Rakote in a full Nelson. Get off of me!
It's just, men, ready your get off!
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Fisher's gonna try to bite and bark and keep some distance between you. And honestly, Pale Lady, you do pretty well.
Fisher's my boy. He's my hero.
Rakote not so good.
Yeah, Rakote
Well,
not as much.
if he had Fisher,
Well,
maybe.
It's not the worst thing, because they're gonna have to, to negotiate some damage of themselves.
He has 1 physique, and is it a 2?
Yes.
Okay, so he would take A damage currently.
Yes, he would, but I do have the ability to enact part of the stunt. I can spend a fate point to deal an additional 2 damage.
Yes, you do. Are you going to do that?
I'm going to do that.
All
As
right.
the thing attacks me, I swing over my shoulder as it's wailing into me, and there's just the sound of fucking rotten fruit hitting a concrete floor as boils burst. And this thing is just so thoroughly overcome with poisonous bile, it shrivels up.
Yeah, there will be a chittering from the other prawn that seems to have not been able to get onto the Pale Lady, but it will count itself lucky as it again focuses its eyes towards her.
It's like, I don't want any piece of that.
That was a 2 fight. I have to actually
Yeah.
take the damage. I'm not impervious to that. So mark my sheet.
Yep. 2 damage.
Okay.
And kind of feeling that digging claw into your back, you will turn, see the creature boiling, and then wide-eyed realize that the light of the Dawn machine is upon your ship. And there will just be kind of like this circle that moves along the water, and you'll see almost instantaneously the water that it hits beginning to just boil rapidly as it turns its eye towards the ship. And everyone on board roll against a 2 physique challenge. You'll take the difference as stress. Match means 0 stress.
Can I do a lore?
Yeah. I'm just going to get ahead of this. For most of this, you are definitely going to be able to do lore. So, yeah, thank you for asking, but yes. Wow.
Bummer.
Well, at
Fucking
least it
bummer
wasn't
anyway.
a physique, though. That would have been a real bummer.
Oh.
Yeah, as you are held in this thing's eye, and you can hear the wood just creak as it is instantaneously having all the moisture pulled from it, and your skin turns bright red. And there's a harrowing moment on the ship where everyone is just kind of like held dumb by it, and then it passes on, and now it'll be another 3 turns before it shows up. Pale Lady.
What was that number again?
2, so you take 1.
All right.
All right. Well, I am going to command this prawn to get its ass back in the water.
Okay.
Wait, command him to get eaten by the other thing.
I don't think it's going to save it.
Oh.
Actually, does this prawn have claw like pinchers? I don't know what
Oh,
a
yeah.
prawn's anatomy is.
Yep, definitely. Kind of more narrow, almost like scissors.
I want him
Prawn
to
fight.
work on this. I want him to saw at the wire here, just in case we need to do that.
It will kind of like look at you and the dog, and there'll be a moment where it seems like kind of cornered. And then hearing your song and kind of giving into that, the alternative, it will turn its attention towards this rope. Almost feeling like that's its safety, or what'll get it out of the situation. You'll see its clawed implements beginning to work the rope.
Excellent. It's my lackey now.
Yeah, basically. God, who was the last person? It was Rostavon. He did a huge fucking hit on its leg. It is no longer in the defensive stance. This creature is going to turn and throw. Let's do a 3 at Crow and a 2 at Rostavon.
All right.
As both claws kind of shoot in opposite directions. Okay. Okay, and a boost against Crow. As there is a moment you are kind of caught in its claw and your leg against the banister. It hasn't closed it yet. It seems to be fighting against the wood, trying to pull its claw shut and snip your leg off. But the other claw completely goes wide of you, Sean, as you're able to duck beneath it.
Hold on. Can I take the damage for Crow so that the thing doesn't get a boost on him?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
So you'd have to roll athletics.
Oh
and
shit.
It'd be against it'd be a 3.
In order to do it?
Yeah, so what you're doing is called interceding. You roll your defensive stat -1.
Okay. So if I don't make that, then I don't take the damage.
No matter what, you're gonna take the damage.
Oh, okay, good.
And then he would no longer have the boost on him.
No matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. If you do this, he's not gonna have a
what?
boost on him. No matter
Okay.
what happens.
All right, cool. That's fine. I'm good with that.
Holy
You good? You good with 6?
You good with 7? I don't think this is a -1 yet.
No, it's not a
yeah.
-1.
Oh, it's a 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
7.
I don't know if you need to know Mr. President for that one. But...
Yeah, man, I don't want to use my last fate point though. I mean, I gotta do it, right? I either take.
I mean, yeah,
Guess I'll die.
that looks bad.
Yeah, you're,
All right. So that's fine. I'm going to use a fate point. I'm going to use the one. The sea is my mistress and her children are my own. That I understand this creature. Maybe I've been into one of these attacks before. So I will take 5 damage instead of 7.
Yes, perfect.
You're gonna go for the big
And,
reroll?
Yeah,
Oh,
big
reroll.
reroll.
No,
It could go-
because I
it
can
could go well. It could go well.
It's
Good.
not well. It's not going to go well.
It could
Could
go
go
well.
well.
Come on. Remember
Could go.
Remember in the very first campaign, Mac rolled a -4 into a +4. That inspired me for years to play.
So we don't get like 20 minutes into the session before I'm like, man, I really wish I would have volunteered this. I want to do this if that's okay, Kane, as a compel as the captain of the ship.
Of course. Yes,
Okay.
perfect. Go ahead and earn yourself a fate point.
Yeah, so
Yes,
I'm just going to balance out at 1. So
Yep.
I will take the damage, which is going to fill up my stress, and I'll take it as a moderate consequence. As I go to this thing into attacking me with not the claw that will cut me in half, but the one that will crush me and bruise my bones. And I will turn to Crow as it's doing this to me and say, "Make it count, sailor. Put it under."
All right. Crow, is your turn.
You set me up for a big one roll on this fight. Here we go.
All right. So it's
Wait,
currently
wait,
a
wait,
booth.
wait, wait, wait. You've got rallied people to utilize.
I would allow that.
Oh, do I?
Yes. Yeah, I would allow one of those. So 5. Currently
okay.
2 stress.
I wasn't even thinking about any of it. I really just wanted to throw the dice at everyone to see how uninspiring the result was. Yeah, I'll invoke that. The whole crew is going to be assailing this thing, and I'm going to move to take it out with a fate point by yielding my impaled aspect.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yanking the spear back out to cause damage, and then plunging it clean in through the loose shield of eye goop that is left in its orbit.
Yeah, there is a sickening crack that seems to echo from the very inside of this creature's skull, and there is a line that begins running from one end to the other, and then you just see a violent eruption as the entire inside of this creature's head spills open onto the floor.
Yeah, Crow's gonna ride it down all 12 feet and land here in the middle, still ready to throw hands.
You ride down an inexplicable elephant trunk like Legolas that spawns from it, just so you can do a skateboard slide down. Why does he always doing skateboard moves? He's on a shield, he's on a truck. I loved watching that elf slide around.
Orlando Bloom, that was in his contract.
To do 6 skateboard tricks.
And kind of witnessing this greater creature being felled by your group, the prawn will move back a bit from you, Pale Lady, and a Crow. And you'll see it almost begrudgingly get into a life raft here, and just kind of like it is just looking up at you currently as it is hanging off the side of the ship.
Fisher's
Grabs
barking
oars.
at it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Fisher is currently keeping this thing at bay as he just keeps barking towards it.
Starts rowing away.
Puts on a sailor hat and it
I
goes.
can't
at, like,
remember. There's a cartoon or something of a character quickly rowing a boat away really fast in the distance.
Yes.
I can't remember what it is. It's
Yes.
SpongeBob or something. I can't
It's like
remember.
Tom and Jerry. Plenty of people.
Yes,
do that.
yes, Tom and Jerry. I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Even better, he's doing a fucking one of the Tom screams.
We got one even better. Hit it, Nickel.
Man, and you guys got it right before the ship was going to actually start taking damage, so not
Yeah,
bad.
I don't want to be driving at a -1.
Okay.
There it is. That would come out of this thing. It looks like a human. Jesus.
Yeah.
Kane did describe it as flesh colored.
Yeah. And it's kind of just narrow black eyes will regard Fisher and kind of pinch outwards, but refuse to move currently from the life raft that's hanging on the other side of the ship. But there'll just kind of be a moment of like breath, everyone kind of taking their pace, and then there will be a cheer from the various seamen who have all kind of like thrown their spears into this creature. And a few hands. Come on.
The audience all got it really late.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Rakote, you will feel the stable hands of Glenn Banks just kind of pulling you upright. So he looks you over and says, "You all right, Captain?"
He'll sort of grasp for his cane, and clutching it, he'll say, "I will be."
I really turned you into a fighter, didn't it? I'll say, just kind of like patting you off and then looking back at his crew.
Yeah, he'll nod at that, pleased with those words.
And it seems like for the moment you have another few minutes before the eye of the Dawn Machine is upon you. Plenty of time for the crew to kind of situate itself once more aboard deck. And a few of the more curious to take a peek at the Reptania before heading below.
I want to look at the Reptania's body.
Yeah.
What should I roll to see what is its most valuable organ?
Ooh, interesting.
What would house its soul?
Medicine.
I would say fishing specifically in this campaign.
Okay, fishing. I got it.
Rakote!
Okay.
Get over here!
Not
just-
bad.
Two's pretty fucking good. So are you looking for something you could use later as an advantage, or are you looking for crowns? Like
I'm looking
what's...
for something to place a mark upon.
Oh, interesting.
So always looking for something to place a mark upon.
Yeah, let's say that it is
A Markiplier.
Pervert. Hello, everyone. This is Markiplier.
Everyone is a Markiplier.
Hello, everybody. This is Markiplier, and welcome back to Anchorage, the Shallows.
I would say that it is, maybe it's bladder, which allows it to kind of filter the water. It's kind of a massive thing that people have found various kind of medical uses for. It would be a +2.
All right. Oh wait, a +2 to what? What do you mean?
Like the value of it is a 2. Like if you were trying to explode it. Or
Okay,
something.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it anyway. I'll cut that thing out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to let everyone know up front. By the way, I can only have 3 marks active at any given time, so it's not like I could just keep putting dead body parts all over me covered in marks. These do have a limit.
Yeah.
I
and then you
barely
have to
understand what they do, so don't worry about it.
Perfect. Okay. Then kind of working against the timer, you dig deep into this creature's stomach and come away with what you're looking for.
Got it.
And
It's still filled with piss. I'll empty that out real quick.
yeah, right. No, it's mostly seawater, which
Okay.
is incredibly hot. This entire creature seems to be boiling from the inside, though the smell is not at all unpleasant.
You love
It's
it.
kind of sweet, honestly. It's kind of like from the inside of the shell, the smell
Oh.
escapes.
People live for this piss. All right.
It's an aphrodisiac, you know.
You gotta, I mean, you should try it, right?
Crow, are you gonna kill this guy in the rowboat?
Yeah, camera turns to us. The first sound is him jamming his spear in like a knife into the back of a lobster's head.
Yeah, no roll necessary.
As you haul it aboard, presumably for us to, I don't know, eat probably, the pale lady will kind of crack off one of its limbs and she'll toss it to Fisher.
The crew, like manic animals, just start eating this whole body, ripping pieces off of it, like it's a sequence in a Smart Friends.
This cadre of sailormen all descend on it like zombies in a fucking film to start ripping the thing apart with their bare nails.
One hand is a whole stick of butter, and the other hand is a lobster cracker. You can see they're ready for this.
It's the scene in Smiling Friends with the demon in the forest.
The demon in the forest, the whole party starts eating him.
Yeah.
As you do that, Pale Lady, Fisher has to kind of back up and then angle itself, and it just kind of like swallows the whole thing. Its like, body just kind of like takes it as it like begins gnawing, and there's like kind of a fight between its stomach and its mouth as it tries to figure out how to deal with this thing.
I just realized there's a chance part of Fisher might be like translucent and we could see his spirally intestines, and I hate it.
Fuck yeah.
Sure,
I
okay,
can kill him if you want.
his throat is semi-transparent as the flesh has had to kind of push outwards.
That's it, Sean.
This guy who's trying to apologize to everybody because they thought he was wearing blackface. He's like, no, I actually look like this.
No, you don't get it. I'm not wearing a costume. They don't even give him a fucking...
Don't give him my listen to him at all.
He has no fucking benefit of the doubt.